Well, welcome back, internet friends, to the workshop. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about my new Packout system that I bought. It's that time of year again where I like to put some money into getting some new tools. One for tax purposes, and two just because you can usually find some pretty good deals if you shop around. Although I did drag my feet hemming and hawing on some of the deals that were out there, and I kind of missed out on everything sold out. But this is kind of what was left and what I kind of came up with. Home Depot had a pretty decent deal. It was an online only deal where you got the base that had the cart with it, plus this box and plus this box, which is this is the box that has the tool bins on the side for $200, and that's a hell of a deal because that whole setup is usually well over $300, usually around $350-ish, I want to say off the top of my head. But like I said, I missed out on that deal. But last weekend when I was going through Farm and Fleet, I seen that they had some pretty good deals going on this stuff. And in the past, I've kind of, when this first came out, like I was interested, but I wasn't interested in it because of the price, for one thing. You know, even now that I have this home here, it's like, is this locking mechanism really worth all that money? And I don't know. There's aspects of these toolbox I really like, and then there's aspects I don't. But one of the main reasons I still did it anyways is that I'm kind of looking at the future here of where I'm going to be maybe in a few years down the road. Maybe my side operation will be bigger. I'll have like a trailer or a van all set up, where a system like this with their base plate setup would be nice to have in a tool trailer or a van or whatever I end up getting. And plus, I do kind of like the layouts of these smaller boxes with the dividers and stuff that they have on the sides for tool organization, which was the big problem I had with this system. I was using up until the last couple days, and I had just upgraded to this within the last 2-3-ish years, I want to say, so not really all that long. And at first, after buying this, I was like, yeah, I really don't need the cart, because you know when you go to job sites, sometimes if it's like a job site that's a new house being built, there isn't a driveway or nothing anyways. You have a roughed area, you're pulling tools over, and I wasn't sure how strong those wheels really were. And out of all the online YouTube videos I was watching of reviews of this stuff, no one that I saw had even reviewed it. They just kind of said, oh yeah, it looks sturdy enough, which for me is not good enough. And looking at it in the store, I wasn't all that convinced. But now that I have it home here, and I do have these filled with the tools that are going to be, or as of right now, that are going to be in here, it's quite a heavy system. Even if I just like take these two boxes which kind of go together, that's a heavy system. I might end up going and get that ways down the road. But yeah, let's kind of review my old system here, what I was using. I had this old Husky, not old, but this Husky box. This was what I used for my battery tools. It's got the nice deep compartment on top. And then up top here, it has all these nice little trays. And I thought at the time this was pretty cool for like all your different bits and stuff. But the reality is it wasn't adequate for what I needed it for, because yeah, these were nice for a lot of the different types of bits and whatnot, but your drill bits really only fit, well, half of them fit into here, and then all your big stuff would fill in here, and it would just go a mess, to tell you the truth. And so I've been kind of looking for something to replace this for a while now. I just hadn't really found anything that kind of appealed to me. So that, I don't know what I'm going to do with that box yet, but might just end up being a storage box for something. Then I had this other Husky box, which I call this my Handyman box. This is basically all the just basic hand tools you would need to do a lot of different jobs. Has two nice little compartments up here to store stuff. Then I had this tray and a pretty decent size compartment down below there. But what I didn't like about this was the lack of organization, because you could really only put so much in these two little small compartments. And I had more hand tools than what looks like this little tray would hold. And even just piling everything in the bottom, that works okay if all you had was hand tools in here. But you know, I'm taking this on jobs, and there's like other things not really hand tool related that needed to go somewhere. They would just get into here, and I'm talking like maybe like a couple trash bags to pick up after yourself, little paper booties to put on to protect the floors of the customer, like rolls of tape, just like oddball stuff like that. So this toolbox was pretty much just a wreck, and it was a pain in the ass trying to find anything. And even when I was cleaning it out here, I found stuff I didn't even realize I had in there. So that is now gone too. This bag came with a bunch of my battery power tools. This bag basically has like all my cutting type tools. I got my circle saw in there, I got my multi-tool, I got this nice little reciprocating saw. It's nice for getting into tight corners. A blower and a sander, which I've never even used that sander, but I just keep it in there anyways, because why not? And I keep a battery charger here. So this case will stay unchanged. Alright, so this is what I've come up with to replace my Handyman bag. This is just a little tool pouch made by Dickies. Bought this off of Amazon. Milwaukee does make a couple different pouches like this that locks into this, but man, they're ridiculously expensive just for the ability to lock into that, and I don't see why I need a bag that locks into that system. It just doesn't make sense for what I do. So I went looking on Amazon, and this is what I kind of came up with. I'm kind of apprehensive about this. There's things I like about this, and there's things I don't like. I do like all my tools I can lay out evenly on here. So if I have like a job, let's say I need to go fix an outlet, like I can take this, set it down, work on the outlet. I can pull out tools as I need them, which I really like that idea. It does have some big pockets in here, so I could even put my drill down in there and it will hold it. There's like a lot of little pockets on here which are about useless. Like these ones I have my pencils in, that's about all they're good for. So yeah, it is what I'm not going to review the tools in here. If anybody's interested in what I do keep in like my little Handyman bag, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll make another video on it. So this is basically all the tools, hand tools, that were in that, minus I need to go find my hammer. The hammer's probably floating around the shop here somewhere. Tape measure, which thing I like, it's got this nifty little thing to mount the tape measure to. There's a couple other odds and then you need to go in here that are floating around the shop here somewhere. So I think this will be pretty good for what this is. Like I said, I think after I get using it a little bit, my apprehensions about like losing tools or whatever will probably go away, but I don't know. I always like to have things secure and so people can't either walk off with or whatever, you know. Okay, this is how I decided to pack out my Packout, guys. Like I said, this is my battery toolbox for the most part. Actually, we'll call it the drill box. But otherwise, what I normally keep in here is my 3 drills, like a big hammer drill, this is just a normal drill driver. Then I got the impact here. And then there's still enough room in here. Like this, I can add more batteries. I can add my multi-tool in here if I want. So that is this box. Then the other box, the first box we come to, this box is going to be my boring and cutting box, let's just say. Down under here I have my assortment of hole saws along with the arbors for them. So that fits good down here. Up here, this is like a little tool set. I must have got it at Lowe's because it's a cobalt set. And it's got like these different little bits and whatnot for cutting different holes and stuff. It's kind of cheesy, but yeah, it's kind of useful at the same time. So I kind of keep it with me. Sometimes when you don't want to bust out a big tool, this is nice just to like hammer something out. Like the one I use most often is like this little drywall bit for poking holes through. These little Makita blades, these go along with that little reciprocating saw I have, and I keep my assortment of blades in here for my bigger corded reciprocating saw. And this little Milwaukee pack, this has all my little different assortment of bits and stuff for my multi-tool. I keep some sandpaper in here because if you're cutting holes or whatnot, sometimes you need to take a little sandpaper and smooth it out. These are like the boring bits. These are the ones I like to use for roughing in holes in like 2x4s or whatever, for like running wiring or something. Put those in here. I got extra space to put something down there yet, which I don't know what, but we'll find something. I'm debating on putting my jigsaw blades in here, but the thing with my jigsaw is that case is big enough where all the jigsaw blades I own fit perfectly in there. But at the same time, I was kind of thinking about upgrading that to a battery tool too, which then I might not take that with me ever. I don't know. So it's but I do have plenty of room in here for expansion for that kind of stuff. And this box, as of right now, this is going to be some of the oddball stuff that I was carrying in with my Handyman box. I have a multimeter in here for doing electrical work. I have a laser tape measure, laser measuring device, whatever you want to call it. I have an assortment of screws for electrical stuff. Then both of these are empty, so plenty of room for expansion into here. Oh, and down here, this is where I keep trash bags. And then here's some booties to put on when going to customers' houses. Now, like I said, one of the things I really liked about this old drill box was like all the different compartments, along with all the drill bits that were up there. Like if when you're taking stuff apart, like light fixtures or whatever, trying to fix something for someone. Sometimes if you're there and you need to go to a hardware store or come back at a different time and finish up a job, you need a spot to dump all the hardware that you had to take apart, and that shit would get all mixed up in my drill bits and stuff, because that was a convenient spot to dump all that stuff. So I bought this box to kind of take the place of it. I kind of like that this is a low profile, doesn't take that much room. I keep a couple extra batteries in here for some of those testers and stuff that take batteries. Keep extra pencils in here for marking stuff. I have a cabinet job I got to go do pretty soon here, so I got some bumpers in here for some hinges I got to put on. Actually, I got to get those hinges in here too while I'm thinking about it. I always like to keep a couple nails in here, not for purposes you would think you would need nails for. What I like to do with these is when you're caulking. After you're done caulking, you smush a little out on the end, and you stick this in to fill the hole. So the outer part will dry here, and you have like this big meaty nail in here, so you can kind of pull it all out, and you're ready to go again when you got to do some caulking. So that is that. One thing I'm a little disappointed on, this box was not on sale. And this goofy box is $40 by itself. But I guess you gotta pay to play, I guess is what they say. I think from an organization standpoint, I really like what this is gonna do for me here. Now, I'm a person, I'm not afraid to spend money on tools if I have to. But like I said, I think I was starting to say this before, but I never got to my point, is I was interested in this stuff when it came out, but I saw the price tag and I'm like, eh. So, and I didn't, at the time, I really didn't think this system was for me. But then after I seen what kind of deals they had going on for some of this stuff, I was like, well, that makes it a little bit more palatable to pick something like this up. Plus, some of the other things I was kind of looking at getting kind of fell through. The deals weren't there, and like, I'll just kind of wait. Hopefully this video wasn't too long-winded. I see we're just this segment alone is going on about 15 minutes here. Hopefully it made some sense what I was trying to accomplish here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated this video, give it a thumbs down. If you have a better system, tell me about it down in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later.